Hello, a good day and welcome to another interesting and exciting segment of the newspaper review for today, the 22nd day of March 2022. My name remains Cyril Aloysius, reaching you here from Thav TV, Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria. And as usual, it is and has always been my pleasure to bring you the newspaper headlines. But before I'm going to be doing that for today, as usual, we'll go on a quick break. And when we return, the newspaper headlines are for you. Just stay with us.
Have you registered for your permanent voter's card? I mean, your PVC. There is a Nigeria we all seek, a place where love, peace, security, and unity can reign supreme.
Waste no time. We want a country where peace and justice will be the order of the day.
Unfortunately, there's a problem. One big challenge this generation has to solve.
Our country cries for help every day. We need able and capable hands to lead and direct.
These capable hands can be you. Have you gotten your PVC? Have you registered for the ongoing voting process? Don't say your vote does not count. Yes, it does.
Have you gotten your PVC? Your apathy towards Nigeria's electioneering process will further inhibit our collective growth and development as a nation. Your refusal to participate and engage will keep us at a standstill. So be intentional.
I have my PVC. Your votes, your voice would go a long way in preventing absolute destruction of this country and the future of our children, the hope of tomorrow.
The 2023 Nigerian elections are just around the corner. Go out and get heard. Don't forget, your vote, your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited. A big thank you for staying there and taking you straight now to the first paper for today. We have amongst the headlines in the Vanguard, Presidency, Rokus in APC over zoning to Southwest. Rokus in APC over zoning to Southwest. That's on page 5 of the Vanguard. And next in the Vanguard, we have here Bandits Q43 in Kaduna, Zamfara, as Governor El-Rufai declares 24-hour curfew in 2 local government areas. That's on page 13 of the Vanguard. And next in the Vanguard, we have tension as unknown gunmen threaten schools in Imo. Tension as unknown gunmen threaten schools in Imo. That's on page 11 of the Vanguard. And next we have here 2022 UTME registration, I beg your pardon. Why there won't be extension according to JAMB. Why there won't be extension according to JAMB. That's on page 7 of the Vanguard. Why ex-governor Obiano is still in custody. Why ex-governor Obiano is still in custody, according to EFCC. That's on page 32 of the Vanguard. And lastly, in the Vanguard for today, we have energy crisis, Emefiele to engage NNPC, Power Ministry, and others. Buhari summons minister over erratic power supply. That's on page 8 and 7 of the Vanguard. All right, that's the much you can take in the Vanguard. You want more details on those headlines you heard, do get a copy of the Vanguard for yourself. All right, taking you straight now to our next paper for today. We have in the Nigerian Tribune. This one here says, defection. Court sacks 20 Cross River lawmakers. Court sacks 20 Cross River lawmakers. That's on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune. And next in the Nigerian Tribune, you have APC convention. APC convention protest over consensus candidate for national secretary. APC convention protest over consensus candidate for national secretary. That's on page 26 and 27 of the Nigerian Tribune. Next here we have plane carrying 132 passengers crashes in China. That's on page 23 of the Nigerian Tribune. And next in the Nigerian Tribune, we have Imo security crisis. What I Told the President by Uzodinma. What I Told the President by Uzodinma. That's on page 23 of the Nigerian Tribune. Next, in the Nigerian Tribune, we have Anambra rulers decry Obiano's ill treatment in EFCC custody. Anambra rulers decry Obiano's ill treatment in EFCC custody. That's on page 11 of the Nigerian Tribune. CBN retains MPR at 11.5%. CBN retains MPR at 11.5%. Says Russian-Ukraine war poses risk to global economy. Says Russia-Ukraine war poses risk to global economy. That's on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. And taking you straight now to our next paper for today, we have amongst the headlines in the Daily Trust. This one here says, why fuel scarcity persists in Abuja and northern states. Says vehicle owners slip at filling stations. Vehicle owners slip at filling stations. Russia-Ukraine war slows product importation. According to official, Russia-Ukraine war slows product importation, according to an official. And next, in the Daily Trust, we have 10 dangerous criminal spots to be wary of in Abuja and Lagos. 10 dangerous criminal spots to be wary of in Abuja and Lagos. That's on page 3 of the Daily Trust. And lastly, in the Daily Trust for today, we have COVID-19. FG cancels pre-travel PCR test for vaccinated international travelers. That's on page 8 of the Daily Trust. All right, that's the much we can take in the Daily Trust for today. Taking you straight now to this day newspaper. We have among the headlines here, 4 days to APC convention. Buni harmonizes subcommittees. Screening starts today. EFCC recovers 152 billion naira, $386 million, and records 2,220 convictions in 1 year. That's on page 42 of this day newspaper. And next we have here Saraki, ministers of states positions will be occupied by youths under 40 in my presidency. According to Saraki is saying ministers of states positions will be occupied by youths under 40 in my presidency. That's on page 33 of this day newspaper. And next in this day we have defection. Court sacks 2 reps, 18 Cross River Assembly members. And lastly, in this day, we have Emefiele, unprecedented oil theft affecting economy. Emefiele, unprecedented oil theft affecting economy. Right, that's the much we can take in the newspaper headlines for today. Thank you so much for staying up to this time. And right about now, it's time for us to move over to our discussion segment, a segment where I and my guests will be throwing more light on some of the headlines in today's papers. Before we do that, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, discussion segment straight away. Stay with us.
Have you registered for your permanent voter's card? I mean, your PVC. There is a Nigeria we all seek, a place where love, peace, security, and unity can reign supreme.
Waste no time. We want a country where peace and justice will be the order of the day.
Unfortunately, there's a problem. One big challenge this generation has to solve.
Our country cries for help every day. We need able and capable hands to lead and direct.
These capable hands can be you. Have you gotten your PVC? Have you registered for the ongoing voting process? Don't say your vote does not count. Yes, it does.
Have you gotten your PVC? Your apathy towards Nigeria's electioneering process will further inhibit our collective growth and development as a nation. Your refusal to participate and engage will keep us at a standstill. So be intentional.
I have my PVC. Your votes, your voice would go a long way in preventing absolute destruction of this country and the future of our children, the hope of tomorrow.
The 2023 Nigerian elections are just around the corner. Go out and get heard. Don't forget, your vote, your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited. All right, sure. Welcome back from that quick break and taking you straight now to our discussion segment. Joining me here in our discussion segment is one of our very popular faces, Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Victor, straight to the business of the day. The killings in Kaduna are actually getting out of hand at the moment. Over 43 persons have been feared dead. And I think the Governor El-Rufai has also declared 24 hours curfew in 2 local government areas in that particular state. So I really don't know what you make of that headline.
Okay, the Kaduna crisis is one too many. It's something that has been up there even before Nigeria gained its independence. It's been there. It's been on the front burner, and it's very unfortunate that it's one problem that has not been settled up till now. Well, we know that the crisis is about space. Whose space is this? Okay, Southern Kaduna, we know that it has majority of non-Muslims.
Okay.
Okay, it has a much percentage of Christians. Okay, and there's been a whole lot of tussle. Okay, who belongs to this land? Who owns this space? Okay. When it comes, we also talk about supremacy. Okay, so and mind you, there have been will I say bloody crisis. Okay, people oh sure. Women have been raped, young girls have been abused, people have been killed severally. Okay, dating back to 1987. The one that caused the one of 1980, in fact 87 in 2000 and in the year 2000 and 2001 it was too bloody too. In 2020 the one that our vice president Yemi Osinbajo went on his own to make peace. Okay, it's one too many. In 1987, the one that even shocked me in 1987, that the College of Education, the students from the College of Education, they raised a banner. They raised a banner to say this is a Jesus campus. My brother, when they saw that, when the well, basically they say it's the Fulanis, the Hausa Fulanis. Okay, they attacked. The report then was that the Hausa Fulanis attacked the Christians and they killed many of them.
So, Mr. Victor, what do you think can be done to stop these killings? Because a lot of innocent persons cannot continue dying over something they know nothing about. Most of them actually know nothing about. And don't forget that this conflict has been there for years. So more innocent persons cannot continue dying. What do you think should be done or can be done to stop this particular conflict?
Okay, I think the religious bodies, they are supposed to come together, which I know they've tried before, but they need to come together more now. The Christian Association of Nigeria, they've been very vocal about this, okay? And you have the Miyetti Allah and other Muslim associations. They should come together as one and create trust. Remember, without trust, you can't have peace in such conflict like this. No trust, no peace. So first of all, let them create trust and go forward. We have also a situation where people are blaming the current governor, Malam El-Rufai, that he is one-sided, both in his political moves and in
he's taking sides.
Will I go way of where he administers support, that he does it on one side. Like there was a case that Christians lost their churches, as in their churches were burnt, and he first first took priorities with the Muslims. He found a way to repair their homes, and left the churches aside. Also, there is this cry that in politics that he favors mostly Muslims. Even anytime, the last time there was a governorship election there, that it was a Muslim affair, more like the governor is a Muslim, his deputy is a Muslim. That
so anything that concerns Christians,
yes,
he really doesn't care about it.
Exactly. But well, that's aside. I also want us to the people up there, the elites, to come down to the people, because this is not just this is not about the elites. Okay, the killings happen with the common man,
yes.
the farmers in their farms. Okay, so they should come down and find a lasting solution, just like we have. We've had issues like this before in this country, but you find out that Kaduna is just #1 there, and the crisis has reduced to come down. When you talk about the Ijo-Ishekiri conflicts, right now it has really been, will I say, subdued to the barest minimum. We have in Kwara and the Nupe and the Yoruba. In the Nupe and the Yorubas in Kwara State. We have in Taraba and Benue border, there is a conflict going out there. So you find out that all those conflicts they could have been upgraded, but somehow the government, they were able to calm things down. And remember, Kaduna is a place where it has the highest arsenals of military in Nigeria. You have the Navy there. You have the police apparatus there.
And yet the crime rate there is
very alarming. So.
Okay, Mr. Victor, thank you so much for your thoughts on that particular headline, but unfortunately because of time we have to draw the curtain on that headline. All right, what do you make of the Rokus in APC over zoning to Southwest?
Now, joining it down to the Tinubu qualms, because from all indication, Tinubu seemed to be the man for the Southwest. Okay, the man that will have the baton for the Southwest. But now, there's this information making rounds that the APC, will I say the lords in APC, they had an agreement that after Buhari's regime of 8 years, that the power will go to the Southwest. Mind you, APC on their own say they are zoning the presidency to the South. And the South, we have the South-South, we have the Southeast, and we have the Southwest. So the question now is, among these three, who will have the presidency? Is it the Southwest, where Tinubu belongs as a Yoruba man? Is it the Southeast, where we have Omahi of Ebonyi State, who has declared? Or is it the South-South, where we are having rumors or insinuations that former Governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, will be coming out? So you find that now, mind you, on March 26th will be the APC internal elections, where they have also zoned the national secretary to Southwest. So the question is, if the chairmanship is going to the North, which is not the North Central, if it's going to the North Central and the secretary, the national secretary, goes to the Southwest, what then happens to the South-South and the Southeast when they still zone the presidency to the Southwest? So that means the Southeasterners and the South-Southerners are saying that they have been, or they will be disenfranchised. I don't know if you get my point. So it's causing that In fact, the South, the politicking that is happening right now is off the hook, because you cannot. They are saying you cannot give the national secretary to the Southwest and also give them the presidency. So what are you now talking at the South? Are you not saying that South and the
Yes.
Southeasterners are minorities?
Okay.
So that's the issue.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victor, for your thoughts on that headline. That I really want us to talk further on it, but unfortunately, because of time, we won't be able to do that. All right. Lastly, before we call it a day, what's your take on the sacking of 20 Cross River lawmakers over defection?
Okay. We got the news yesterday.
Yes.
Just like we got when it happened in Ebonyi State 2 weeks ago, that this time around the governor was not on the headline. Mind you, the governor also moved from PDP to APC. So the 20 lawmakers, we have 17 National Assembly lawmakers. The 17 of them are the lawmakers. The 18th person is the Speaker of the State House of Assembly.
Okay.
Well, we have 2 House of Representatives. That's the federal guys, Federal House of Representatives. The same way the Ebonyi State matter went through, that's how it happened in Cross River. So the question now is, although they've appealed, but the question is, INEC they are silent about this because they are the umpires. We need them personally. I need them to speak out.
Okay.
They've been silent, and what the court ruled yesterday is that you cannot be sponsored by a party and the people, then leave them on the side to join another family. And mind you, on our ballot papers, we or Nigerians vote for parties.
Okay.
It is there on the, not individuals.
Okay.
On your ballot paper, it's either you are voting for PDP, APC, and the rest, and not the president. So these persons have voted for the party. So you cannot take their mandate and give it to another party. And I'm very happy with such thing, because Nigeria has been our political space has been a place of mockery and laughter.
Yes.
Anyhow, the way we
anything
move,
good. Anything good.
So I think going forward in 2023, everybody will sit up and stop making mockery of our political apparatus.
All right, Mr. Victor, thank you so much for your time. Time is fast spent. Thank you very much for joining us in the show today. And for you over there who has been watching us, thank you so much for sticking with us up to this very time. And do well to follow us on all our social media handles. On YouTube, it's at Thav TV. On Instagram, it's at Thav TV_NG. On Facebook, it's at Thav TV. And on Twitter, it's at Thav TV. This is where we call it a wrap on today's segment of the newspaper review and, of course, our discussion segment. Until I come your way again next time, my name remains Cyril Aloysius. Do have a wonderful day.